4 years, going 35 years, right? And I was sentenced to life at 16 years old.
Coming from conditions that was straight gang activity for the youth, I don't want to see my young homies on this show are still staying here. I've been here 27. Why would I want that for my young people? Yeah, I want to, my definition of resilience is our people are resilient. You know, our struggle, our suffering. We've been resilient once you study from the beginning of time. So it's just passed on. This struggle, this pain, everything I face daily and I overcome, that's me being resilient. Me being resilient is reforming myself. Coming from conditions that was straight gang activity, everything I come through to up in here to reform myself as a leader to say, well, this I done outgrew this. This ain't me no more. That's being resilient because I don't care about the followers or the naysayers. I don't have them kind of insecurities no more. You know what I'm saying? I got to live for my grandson. I got to live for my wife. I got to live for people who are doing stuff for me. For the youth, I don't want to see my young homies on this show are still staying here. I've been here 27. Why would I want that for my young people? You know what I'm saying? So that's how I define resilience. You know what I'm saying? Just to sum up that question.
Resilient.
Yes, I agree. Welcome to another episode, everyone. Welcome to the Inside Story with me, Damian Porter. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. I've done over 30 years of incarceration, and these videos bring back memories, very bad memories, actually. But I want to pass this information on. These suits, these shirts that these individuals are wearing. So all of this is just this yard, this barbed wire, everything is horrific, horrendous, a horrendous experience for any human being. And as you just heard, shout out to Between the Lines. This comes from the channel Between the Lines, where, you know, they go inside of these prisons. Fortunately, they have access to the inside of the prisons to talk to these individuals personally, one-on-one, and to get their stories. And many of these individuals have been in prison, as you just heard, this individual here, 27 years already. And he's a grandfather, but he's, you know, he just denounced the streets, or he just denounced gang culture. And, you know, but again, of course, a lot of people do this while they are in prison, but he said he has reformed himself. I have no reason to doubt him. I personally know individuals who have reformed their lives in prison did it. So, you know, I have no reason to doubt this individual. Hopefully he has another chance at life on the street, freedom, and can be an asset to humanity. Do not give up on these individuals, but do not yourself go to prison, because it's not for anyone. As you can see, you're just going to get there and end up with the same take and perspective and disposition that this individual now has, which is F the streets. We're trying to stay out of the streets, denouncing the culture. After so long, you're going to adopt the same sort of position. After so long of being in prison and not getting the proper support from your homeboys and your gang and all of this, you're going to come to the realization that it's just you and your family and certain loved ones, and that's it. Don't come to that. It doesn't have to come to this before you come to that realization. Listen to me and come to it now. Listen to them and come to it now.
It's actually, all of us are resilient because it starts from when that first sperm traveled against all them other millions of sperms. Your sperm made it. So if that one sperm made it out of all the millions, that's the first test of resilience, because you made it.
Right about
You made it out of a billion other ones.
15 million.
So why is it that when we come of age or come up in the hood, we don't realize that all the things that we can lose if we make a bad decision? Like, you know, a lot of times we grow up in gangs because it's right there. Exactly. So it's like when you get caught up, then we start thinking about all these things. But many of us don't utilize that time to think about these things to better ourselves. We're going to say we better ourselves, right? But as soon as we get back out there, we fall back into that trap. Because you don't realize that once they take your life, you will start appreciating life.
Right.
And what I mean by that, like I've been down 34 years, going 35 years, right? And I was sentenced to life at 16 years old. So I was saying the difference between a person who has 5 years and me is that I've learned to appreciate life because they took my life. This person who didn't, he know that within 5 years he'd be going back home. So a lot of people talk about rehabilitation. Rehabilitation starts with self. It don't starts with the programs, none of that. It starts with self. If you want to rehabilitate, you got to start with self. You got to believe in it. You got to change your mindset. Because if you don't change your mindset, you're going to continue to repeat the things that get you caught up. And so that's what I wanted to say, because I want to continue to pass the torch, because we got a lot to say.
Go back on what you said real quick.
Yes.
Okay, so on resilient, I lost what you said, but it goes back to
He tripping. Let me go back on what you said real quick. I forgot what you said. You responded to what he said. He was talking about the sperm count, and you said, yeah, it was 15 million. But anyway, 34 years, going on 35 years, he's been locked up, got a life sentence at 16 years old. They don't care how old you are, the system. They feel like if you're old enough, grown enough to commit these crimes, and you're old enough and grown enough to do the time, they will not have mercy on you based on your age, evidenced by the fact that he was 16 years old, 16, not even adult, and yet was sentenced to life and has been in there ever since. At 16, 34 years, going on 35 years. And again, the other individual, 27 years, he's been in there. This is a very long time to be in prison and with no end in sight, apparently, and to keep your hopes high, keep your spirits high, and keep believing that you're going to be home one day soon. That's the only thing that's going to keep you going, is believing that you're going to get out of there one day. Once you resign yourself to the fact that you're never getting out, you're in trouble. Oh man.
the magazine. That gives everybody in prison a chance to show their resilience, to show if they just to put their stuff out there. You feel me? To if they've been writing poems all these years, or been writing short stories, or whatever they life is, what they've been doing positive, but ain't been scared to put it out there. We came out with this magazine to help people put their content out there so they can have something positive to go home to, or if they not going home, they can try to generate an income so they can have something where they're not doing the negative stuff to stay in here. Selling drugs, or you feel me, doing something, they can do something positive with their poems or their spoken word. We're trying to pave a way so they can use their resilience.
Right. See, resilience is just nothing but you snapping back. You fall down, you get back up. Our people, when they first came over, there was some very resilient people, because they went through hell coming over here from the motherland all the way over here. Just imagine what they went through. So it's because of them you here today. That's resilience.
I Actively Black, I like it, man. I had to smile when you said it, because I want to salute the sisters first and foremost. See, when you go through the struggle and you in here, from my wife, from my mama, from my sisters, all the sisters, that when we go to this visit room, we don't be getting poured out. There's a lot of brothers in here. There's a lot that don't get shined in here. See, they glorified the rappers, and it's supposed to give you some kind of credit. But when you really living on that rack and that bump, and you know what I'm saying, you're not getting visits, you don't really see. So Actively Black, for the sisters who come in here, man, don't never let nobody put you down or say nothing bad about you, because you're really making an ultimate sacrifice for us, for our choices on why we in here, whether we did it or we didn't do it.
Right.
So Actively Black, though, for like y'all, that's love, man, to come in here and pull us out, like, you know what I'm saying, and have us a platform. It's unjust, it's against us, man. We up in here, whether we did it or not, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? So for us just to even even to be able to have a platform to speak on, man, I salute y'all, man, to the highest, man. That's just really, I don't care about nothing else but my people, you know what I'm saying? And just being positive, you feel me? I don't be on nothing else, man. And whoever know me, they'll tell you that's where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I don't just deal with everybody. I got what I got, as far as how I carry myself, my character and conduct. But overall, as far as my people, I'm there. You know, as long as you know some positive shit.
Right.
If other than that, I'm cool. You know.
I got a question for y'all, and it's a little different, but what's one interesting thing or something about yourself that you feel like people wouldn't know about you? You know what I mean? Like, what's one thing that people might not know about you, or might be shocked or like surprised to learn?
I pride myself for being I ain't gonna say smart, I'm gonna say intelligent. I like to study, but also, man, I'm loyal. I remember old head told me, man, Mo, you real loyal, you the loyal to others. And you know, it's not shocking, but what I'm saying, it may be shocking because I'm loyal. It may be a Crip, it may be a regular non-affiliate that you wouldn't think I'm gonna go to aid him. I'm really like, I'm not no follower. I'm gonna go against the grain when it comes to right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say, so when people, they always see me and see me probably with my homies and think one way, but not knowing I'm behind the scene really trying to keep a lot of, you feel what I'm saying? You know, so that's what I say about myself.
Me, I'm really a nerd. I read all day. I'm into magic. I read science, and I'm into animals and marine life. That's what I do all day. People don't know that.
That is shocking because I didn't even know that. So that is shocking. Me, you know, I'm a born leader, and it took a lot of following for me to even get to this position because I had to follow. Well, I ain't gonna say I had to, but I have followed those who led me in the wrong direction. So now when I lead, I know when I'm leading people, I know how to lead them in the right direction because I've been there. I'm also an author. I'm also an activist. I've been activated for the last 20-some years, jailhouse lawyer for people. I'm also one of the co-founders of Black Lives Matter Prison Chapter.
The foul man.
And I got a lot of things going on. And just because I've been incarcerated for the past 35, going on 35 years, that doesn't mean I'm not free. See, first you got to free the mind before you can be free of anything. And there's more people on the street that's more in prison than I am, than these brothers. When we learned to unshackle the shackles from the mind, we became free. There's a difference between freedom and freed. Freedom is the dome. Free dome. So you got to know the difference. So we free in that way. And we will be back on them streets again. When I hit them streets, I want to let you know, I'm going to be the face for the youth offenders, for the juveniles, because I was a juvenile back in 1989 at 16 years old. There's no way in the world that a juvenile should be incarcerated for decades. I've been on 3 decades from a 16-year-old, now I'm 51 years old. So y'all watch out for me because I'm going to change the game.
Well, man.
And just real quick. So this magazine that we doing, it's not just for the men. We're looking out for the sisters too, the females and that's behind these walls. Because like he was saying, when we on that bunk and we're not getting visits, just imagine them. They probably got it worse than us. They're not getting visits like we getting visits.
You know, and I respect what the brother was saying. And, you know, obviously he's a bright, intelligent, articulate brother, been locked up, going on 35 years. And, you know, he says that he'll be home. And again, you have to have this belief. And I'm not saying that it's not true. Hopefully the brother makes it home, especially, you know, because he seems to have his head screwed on correctly, having been in there all of this time. Say he's been a jailhouse lawyer. He's an author, so he's written some books, more than likely, since he's been in there. And has been trying to help the youth however he can. And once he gets out, his objective would be to help the youth offenders. So he will be an asset to the community and to humanity as a whole. You know, considering he stands by what he is saying now. And however, you know, yes, you have to be free of the mind, of course, and that's very important. Wherever you are, you have to be free mentally. And this is what he was alluding to when he said that they have their freedom even more than people on the street because they have freedom of mind. And I get that. And I tried to have that as well when I was in there. However, certainly everyone needs to know and understand There's nothing like freedom of the mind and freedom of the body. Freedom of choice. Being free from prison, being free in society, being free around the world. I just don't want anyone to get it twisted. I don't want them to get it twisted being in there so long. You have to convince yourself that what you're going through is, digestible, that you can get through it. So you have to tell yourself these sort of things, that you're free, you have freedom of the mind, and therefore you're not missing too much. You're still free. You have to tell yourself this because, again, once you resign yourself to the fact that this is a miserable experience and there's no end in sight, then that's when you begin to lose hope, not care about hope, not care about yourself or your situation anymore. Sometimes some individuals and find themselves in certain situations being violent and all of that because they've lost hope. They don't care anymore. They don't see a happy ending to this miserable situation. So you have to have that in your mind at all times, as many individuals do. You hear most prisoners talk like this. Most humans, I don't really like to refer to them just as prisoners, but most people who are incarcerated, these human beings who are incarcerated, you'll hear them say things like this. I'll be home soon. I'm going to come home, and I'm not giving up hope. They can have 500 years. And they're still saying that, and they really believe it because you have to. And in many cases, it's true, and it has been true. Many inmates have been coming home, fortunately. And I would encourage these brothers not to give up hope and to be strong. So they have a magazine going, and they're trying to do the right thing and be positive in spite of their situation. But just don't lose sight of the fact that freedom of the body is also very important. Not being in a situation like that. In prison for 35 years and 27 years. This is not what you want for your life, and not what I want for your life, and not what I want for my life, and not what I want for their life.
So we made certain little specifications in the magazine to cater to the women that's locked up. It's not just for the men, it's for the women locked up as well.
Man, I love it. Y'all got anything else? Y'all?
Between the lines, this is what we got to do. We got to give salutes. Love y'all, man. Y'all do what y'all do. The men and women that come up in here and visit us, give us a voice so people can see what it actually is for men, not boys, but men who's responsible, who's trying to educate, not just ourselves, but educate other people that this is not the place to be. Rappers, stop glorifying this gang life. Stop glorifying this prison life. This ain't the place to be. This ain't the place to be. Between the lines, salute to y'all. It's your boy, #Free Jake Burton.
Salute. Appreciate you. For real.
Appreciate
you, bro.
Between the lines, actively black, that's some dope stuff, man.
Appreciate it. I got a petition.
Okay.
I ain't even tripping with that. Yeah, but I got a petition.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I've been trying to get it up.
Okay.
Since coming from you, it's doing, but it's stagnated right now. But like I said, when I'm on this, I try not to make it so much about me. You feel me? Because when you do that, it really don't send a message. I don't want to get on here and it's about me. You know what I'm saying? I really want to show people that I've changed, and it's really about others because I've sacrificed all my time. You know what I'm saying? But I know a closed mouth don't get fed, so at the end of the day, it would be cool if I can get, a little assistance. You feel
Absolutely.
me? I don't need financial assistance. I need help just as far as just the platform.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
So can you just send it to us or whatever?
Yeah, I can have my
Send it
wife
to
say
her. I know it by heart.
Yeah. Can you just say it on?
OmarJonesChange.org. Y'all go sign this petition. OmarJonesChange.org. Also got one,
Appreciate
change.org at Jay Burton. Y'all go sign mine, but make sure y'all go him because this is my brother, man, and he doing everything to better himself and the community.
If you also want to help him out through the magazine, he got a gifting service. If you want to buy, if you want to buy your girl a gift basket, we the future.
We the future. Get at my wife. We the future, and you can find everything out about me. Book dropping and everything else, all positive stuff.
And what he mean by we is WEE, the THA future.
Right.
FUTURE. Y'all make sure y'all get that. Y'all make sure y'all follow us. Y'all continue to do what y'all do.
January
Every time we come up in
1st,
here,
the Foul Magazine.
Salute to y'all.
Okay, January 1st, he said something, some magazine. January 1st, maybe I'll get into this one as well. Corcoran State Prison. I was there for some time. I speak about Corcoran sometimes here on the channel. Perhaps I don't think I reacted to that one or checked that one out or this one, but anyway, there you have it. These individuals. So that what do you say? OmarJonesChange.org or something. Y'all heard it. If not, rewind. Go check it out. Support the brother. Go sign the petition, whatever it is that they're referring to. Same for this individual here. His petition is J8 something. He said it was. And whatever magazine that they just said that they was coming out, and now it should be out then. They said January 1st. Obviously, we are past that. So let's see if we can support these individuals and support these brothers in their plight and their fight for freedom and to be better human beings and better people and be assets to humanity. Don't judge lest ye be judged. None of us are perfect. Yes, they've committed a crime, but certainly they've done a lot of time and paid some sort of debt to society already, having been in there for 27 and 35 years, nearly, respectively. They had a pretty strong message. And, again, pretty much denounce gang culture in the streets. And this dude asked the rappers to stop glorifying prison and gang life and the gang culture because it's not what it's cracked up to be. Again, many people speak like this in prison. We have to carry this on once we are free of these chains. Let me know what you think in the comments. Shout out to these brothers. Stay strong, stay safe, and stay free, people.